I am sleepy. I am fatigued. Man, I was up. Man, I was up recruiting. Hey, NC that dog on NCAA. I was up late. I was up late recruiting. I can normally go to sleep about 10:30 or something. And I was up late recruiting. Who's that last game? Played Notre Dame. Man, I was smiling like a kid. I ain't know you could play the game yesterday. Look, I ain't know you could play the game yesterday. Good morning, y'all. I ain't know you could play yesterday. So I'm at work. I find out you can play the game yesterday with EA Sports, and if you buy the deluxe edition like at 12 o'clock or something, I got home, I instantly downloaded it and paid whatever to play early. Man, when that game downloaded and I was getting, it's downloaded, I'm getting ready to start it. Man, I was smiling like a kid, like a little kid on Christmas, boy. I'm in there with the biggest grin on my face. Well, I ain't get much sleep. My adrenaline was pumping. I ain't get much sleep. My adrenaline was pumping. I was like, bro, I don't even feel sleepy. Like, what is going on? Man, that game. It's over. It's over. I don't got to do nothing else for the rest of the year but play this game. It's a wrap. It's back to the old days. It's back to the old days. But looking at the roster from the game at least, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good team. Like, from the guys that they know are already good. But the question marks, it's a game, so this ain't perfect, but the question marks are the same as we thought, They don't know how good most of our offensive line is going to be. And the quarterbacks, The quarterbacks. Questions that we already had. Bro, the servers were so packed yesterday that you couldn't even get online to play somebody. So I was like, that's fine. I got on my offline Dynasty. I don't need to play you. I don't need to play nobody else. So I created my Dynasty. Created my Dynasty. Put it on Heisman. And this is what I do. Because I just want tough competition. So when I play the computer, I move Michigan out of the Big Ten. I move Michigan out of the Big Ten. You're out of here. And I take them independent. I go independent. And when you're independent, you can make your own schedule. So my first 3 games, I done played Bama. No, I played Georgia. My first game was Georgia. I got Georgia, Texas, Bama, Notre Dame, Penn State, Oregon, Florida State, Ohio State, and I think like Clemson in there somewhere, another good team. So every schedule is a hard game, which makes it fun for me. It's kind of hard to pass on there. All I do is run it. I just be running it. Yeah, they hate that we on the cover. I played Bama. They had an edge rusher. Man, I could, even if I wanted to pass, I couldn't. I had to go to the Penn State. game plan from last year, man. That edge rusher from Bama, boy, he was coming around. I'm talking about coming off the edge so fast. So fast. But yeah, that game's something serious. For me at least. I love it. I love it just to have it back. Whew. What else going on? Donovan. You know, a lot of people have the expectation, or I'm not gonna say expectation. A lot of people seem to be thinking Donovan is gonna be like last year. And this isn't Michigan fans, this is a lot of other fan bases. They think he's gonna be like last year. Because, you know, you got 2022 where he was slick, a monster when he finally got to start. And even when he wasn't, you know, big games, he was a monster. But, and then last year, you know, he wasn't that good. He wasn't that good. But, I'm expecting dude to have a monster year, honestly. I'm expecting... And I'll probably do another video on him when I get home, when I'm at home. I'm expecting Donovan to have a monster year. You know, as long as the offensive line is good, I'm expecting him to have a monster year. And part of that, to me, is even when Donovan was dominant, besides the Penn State game, I mean, he was better 2022, obviously. But Donovan is more of a feast or famine kind of back. Like he needed those carries. He needs 20 carries. He needs 15 carries. And he'd give you 1-2 yards a lot. 4 yards. You know what I'm saying? Like he's giving you a little bit, and then all of a sudden he breaks a 40-yarder or a 70-yarder. Like he'll give you a lot of 1s, 2s, 3s, 1, 2, 3s, 1, 2, 5, and then all of a sudden it's 1, 2, 70. You know what I'm saying? He was like that. Now I'm hoping he's more polished now, where he can be a more consistent bell cow that we need, because we need a bell cow. We need it. You always want a complete back that doesn't have to come off the field. But I'm expecting Donovan to have about 1,200 yards at least. That's what I'm expecting. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm expecting. As long as the offensive line, if the offensive line is good, I think his mindset and his vision is gonna be there. That's what I think. I think he got humbled so bad last year. He had to look himself in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like he was the starter. You know what I'm saying? If he played like he did last year and he was getting 20-something carries, that could possibly ruin you, because he would have got benched. Honestly, he would have got benched, because he kind of got benched in some games last year. But the fact that he was a backup, that's a little bit different. Because some games he might not have. He'd have 4 carries. Even in the national championship, he only had 6 carries. He probably should have had more, because I think he was probably somewhat in the zone after breaking 2 long runs like that. He probably had a little mojo to himself. But that's just what Mike Hart was doing with him. Like, he knew he wasn't running that well. His vision wasn't that good last year. So he was kind of in the doghouse, honestly. He was kind of in the doghouse. So him being humbled and understanding that he was too cocky. And people forget he was coming off an injury last year also. He had off-season surgery. So I'm adding all that up to just wait. You know, Ohio State fans, you know, they seem to think he's gonna, and that's just crazy to me. If I was an Ohio State fan, I'd be terrified of Donovan Edwards. Like, I'd be terrified of that dude. Because it's not a guarantee that he's gonna be the Donovan Edwards of last year. He's gonna, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna be the Donovan Edwards that ran for 200 on you, 10.6 yards a carry. I'd be terrified of that dude. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? When somebody beats me, does me like that, and he has he's not the starter the next year, so he don't really do much. But hey, I still got the fear for him because that's still possible. He's still him, as Washington saw. He's still him. So if I was Ohio State, I'd be terrified of Donovan Edwards. Because as you saw, he's faster than your defense. Y'all still ain't got nobody faster than him. Maybe Caleb Downs, that's a maybe. I don't know exactly how fast he is. But you know what I'm saying? Like, he's still that guy. You know what I'm saying? So I'd be scared of him if I was them. Well, I think Alfred being there, fresh start for him. Yep. We talking sports. We got some weirdos in here. We got some dudes talking weird stuff. I ain't got no moderators in here. Donovan will always have a chip on his shoulder. Yeah. But yeah, if I was Ohio State, I'd be terrified of them. Of Donovan. When a guy gets in the open field like that, you always gotta worry. Like Travion Henderson. I'm not terrified of him because he's never done that, but he worries me, you know. I've got worry because if he does get in the open field, he's gone. Same for what you call it. Same for Donovan, you know. So that's what I feel like it'll. That's what I feel about it, honestly. I'm expecting big things of Donovan. You know what I'm saying? I'm expecting big things. What else? Man, they got Cole Cabana 95 on that game. On the college football 25, they got Cole Cabana speed 95. I think he's the fastest dude on the team. He's the fastest dude on the team. So yeah, Mullins is good. Mullins, I'm looking for a big year out of Mullins too. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for a big year out of him. But I had to bench him. I had to bench him on college football 25. I had to put Cabana as the backup. He's too fast. Speed kills. Yeah, I had to sit Mullen on down. You ain't got 95 speed. I need that speed. But in real life, yeah, I'm expecting Mullins to, you know, do big things. It's his time. And this is something else, because I'm gonna make a video about the team again, because I had an Oregon fan. You know, we got Oregon fans coming in these spaces now. I made a post. I made a post about make sure your notifications are set, but it was a picture of JTT, I believe, and I think JJ posted it, and it said 100% of Ohio State players haven't beat Michigan. And the Oregon fan was like, I'd stop while I'm ahead. This is the way to get humbled. This is a way to get humbled real quick, and they put you lose by 30 against them. I'm like, bro, one, this is true. They don't have any players that have beat Michigan. That's a fact. Two, I'm not playing in the game. So I'm going to talk my trash, and if we win or lose, I'm going to be right here to eat my humble pie or to laugh some more at them. I'm not playing in the game. So whether I get humbled or not, I'm not playing. I'm not in the game. I'm not playing safety. I was a safety. I'm not out there. So I'm gonna talk my trash because it has no effect on the game. He's acting like I gotta go out there and play. Boy, I ain't playing. I'm talking my trash. But it's a fact. You know what I'm saying? People hate facts now. And that always bothers me. People hate facts. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't have any players that have beat Michigan. That's not even talking trash. That's a fact now. You know what I'm saying? But he's like, and he starts trying to name our roster and all this stuff. And I'm like, come, bro, I don't need you to. It always kills me when these fans from other fan bases try to. Michigan lost 15 of their starters and they lost this guy and that guy. Bro, you think we don't know what we lost? But this is the difference, and they just can't seem to understand this. This is the problem with them. They don't seem to understand that a backup, like let's just say defense, a backup on Michigan's defense isn't the same as a backup for Ohio State. A backup at Michigan, a backup safety, a backup strong safety at Michigan, he plays a ton of snaps, not garbage time snaps, not the garbage time meaningless snaps. He plays snaps in real games, in big time games. Those dudes actually rotate, not just when they're tired, but they just play snaps. The goal at Michigan for some of these positions is to keep the starters from getting fatigued, to keep the starters fresh. So everybody is fresh. Nobody's tired. See, y'all put in y'all backups when they're tired, when the starter is tired. Michigan rotates guys in when the starter, he ain't even tired. But you'll see the backup in there because they rotate. People don't seem to understand that. Oh, well, you guys got some good players, but you guys got some backups, but they didn't they weren't good enough to be starters. One, if you're saying that about an Ohio State or somebody that just plays their backups when the starter is tired, or they play the backup in garbage time, you would be right. But these guys we're talking about are playing in the first quarter, are playing in the second quarter, are playing in the third quarter. Not against garbage teams, against Bama, against Washington, against Ohio State, against Penn State. These guys are playing in the game like they're starters. Their rotation. A rotation at Ohio State or some of these other schools is not the same as a rotation at Michigan. I'm so tired of talking about this because they don't seem to understand it. So your backup is trash. Y'all backups are trash. Our backups make big time plays. That's the difference. Keon Sabb, he was a backup. He's not here no more, but he was a backup, making big time plays. Quinn Johnson, he was a backup, making big time plays. Ernest Hausman, he was a backup last year, a rotational player, making big time plays. They don't seem to understand this stuff. And by that logic, Kenneth Grant, Derek Moore, Josiah Stewart, they were backups last year and weren't good enough to play barely. They don't be knowing what they're talking about. Rotation on defense, on our defense, is to keep guys fresh. Being the starter doesn't mean as much as you think it does. Not at Michigan. Now at corner, possibly, because most, you don't switch out your corners that much. But safety, linebacker, D tackle, edge rusher, we rotating them dudes. So we know that those so-called backups, we actually know that they're good. It's not a guessing game for us. Those guys replacing the guys from last year. You guys got backups, but they weren't good enough to be starters, and they're it's like people just say stuff, bro. This is college. Every year, these guys should get better. Every year, these dudes should get better. If you've got a program that develops. Every year, these guys should get somewhat better. Yep, Rashawn Benny. Yeah, Oregon fans are funny. Oregon fans are funny, bro, because it's like, Rashawn Benny too. Oregon fans are funny because they just, it's like they're in the Big Ten now, and they get respect nationally, but like they're here now, and it's like they think we're supposed to fear Ohio State or something. Like we're supposed to fear Ohio State and even them somewhat. Like, why are we supposed to be scared of y'all? Yeah, we got some question marks, but why are we supposed to be scared of y'all? Ohio State, they got a good, maybe great defense. That's fine. They had one last year. They got Judkins. They got Henderson. That's fine. They had good running backs last year. They got the Jeremiah Smith and Mbuka back. They had Marvin Harrison last year with Mbuka. They got rid of McCord. They got Will Howard. So what are we supposed to be scared of? What are we supposed to be scared of? I'm confused. Did I miss something? Like, where's my worry supposed to come in? I might have missed something. They've been loaded all these years. They're low. I guess you could say they're loaded this year. They added Caleb Downs, but you know what I'm saying? And Judkins, but they've been loaded. Because the game is about coaching and executing. Coaching, executing, and those players being able to execute and make big plays. That's what it's going to come down to. If you don't execute well, it's possible you can get your doors blown off. On either side at this point. If you execute pretty well, it's going to come down to a few stops. You know what I'm saying? It's going to come down to a few stops and a few big plays. Big play, Will Johnson getting that interception. Executing, Michigan on that 7-minute drive. Ohio State got the ball back, chance to win. Big play, Rod Moore, ball game. Game gonna come out down to running the ball, executing, and a few big plays, a few fourth downs. You know what I'm saying? But to act like we're supposed to be scared of Ohio State's, they've got the super team. To us, they've always had us. It ain't much different to us than what they done already had. Y'all told us Marvin Harrison was the best receiver of all time in college. Now he gone. So now we're supposed to be even more scared. Oh, they got Jeremiah Smith. He's the greatest. Now he's the greatest receiver of all time. He ain't even caught a pass. He ain't even caught a pass in the regular season. And hyped him up. Now he the greatest receiver of all time. Is every receiver to come through there the greatest of all time? I'm confused. But we ain't worried. We're not worried about that like that. It's Ohio State. We've been dealing with them. We ready to deal with them or get dealt with. We gonna find out late November. But scared of them, like Oregon fans, boy, welcome to the Big Ten. We finna talk our trash. We the king of the Big Ten until proved otherwise. And that goes for you too, Oregon. Michigan is the king of the Big Ten until proven otherwise. You got to beat Michigan. All this paper champ talk. All this paper champ stuff. All this paper champ. You better watch out for Ohio State. Why? They've been Ohio State the last forever with all these top five #1 recruiting classes. They could blow you out. Well, they could always have blown us out if we come out with a garbage game plan like Don Brown. Too bad them days is over. Them days is over. Them days is over. They could blow y'all out by 30. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, coming to the Big Ten, they coming to the Big Ten. Y'all can have the respect for Ohio State, Oregon, and whoever else. That's fine. If y'all had that respect and they blow y'all doors off, that's fine. Because they might blow y'all doors off. We don't know, but we don't have the fear of them. Why should Michigan fear anyone? Why should we fear anyone? Yeah, we lost players, but why should we fear anyone? Especially in the Big Ten. Watch Oregon. Y'all lost to Washington twice. Y'all lost to them twice, and we blew their doors off. We didn't even play an A+ game and blew their doors off. We played. If I was to give a score, on defense we played an A. On offense we played like a B-. That was a B- offensive game for Michigan. And blew their doors off. 34-13. While y'all in grudge matches with them. So we supposed to be scared of y'all? It's no shade. Y'all got a ton of talent. But I'm just giving a comparison. Like, we're not. What are we supposed to be scared of y'all? Certain teams for? Y'all was in grudge matches with them. Them things was coming down 34-29, 33-29. Last drive. This big time 4th down. 33-36. Man, this is the game of the century. Y'all was in grudge matches with them folks. So we just ain't there. And we gonna find out what it is, how good Michigan's offense is. But that defense is bringing his hard hat, and it's gonna bring his hard hat. And the funny thing is, a lot of people that watched the spring game, They watched the spring game and they were so worried about the quarterback. They didn't even realize that defense was flying around, smashing. Them dudes was flying around, hitting. They didn't even notice that. Like, people didn't even notice that defense was flying around, just hitting. Just straight physicality. So, we're going to see. I don't know if Oregon plays. I'm interested to see. I got to look at Oregon's schedule because I don't know if they play Ohio State before we do. But I'm going to be interested to see how they do against Ohio State's defense. I'm gonna be watching that one close. If we don't play them first, we might play Oregon before them. I don't know for sure. Exactly. So if Oregon plays Ohio State before we do, I'm gonna be watching that one to see how Oregon's offense handles Ohio State's defense. Ohio State's defense might get them folks the business. That's very possible for them to shut their water off and you get nothing. It's very possible. Those high-flying offenses don't. When you play a fundamentally sound, well-coached defense, I be telling people that those high-flying spread, quick cuddle, man, we finna cut your water off. We getting off our blocks. We well-coached. We can tackle well. Good luck. 13 points. You go from 35 and 40 to 13, 15, 17. Be lucky to get to 20 sometimes. That's what happens. Cut your water off. Those schemes expose mediocre and bad defenses. Well, I ain't even gonna say expose. They just light them up. Jack the Baller, I don't even know who you are, my brother. But hey, check him out. Check him out. I don't know what kind of content you got. Hey, them boys was hidden. I don't care what nobody says. That was one of the most physical spring games I've ever seen. Like, them boys was hungry. And it was beautiful to see, for us at least. Because if we want to be physical, we can't talk about being physical. You can't talk about being a tough team. If you're a tough team, and this is what I don't get. People, and it's just an excuse, but Ohio State and even some of their fans like, well, it's the spring game. You don't want to get anybody hurt. So you guys, do y'all hit in practice? Do y'all hit in practice? If you hitting in practice, then what are we talking about? If you live, you live. You know what I'm saying? So when somebody else come and talk about y'all during the regular season, don't come on here saying you a tough team. We watched you play two-hand touched. Don't come out here saying y'all a tough team when you got Travion Henderson running through holes knowing he ain't gonna get hit. Ooh, I could have went 60. Yeah, calm down, bro. You're not even getting hit. Like, I get it, but just stop. Just stop. Like, I get it. You hype because, it's in the front of the fans and stuff, but just calm down, bro. You ain't getting hit. So, the D lineman you're going against, they going half speed because they not even going live at this point, really. They doing a walkthrough. He busting through the hole like, I could have went. Calm down, Junior. Calm down, Junior. You ain't getting hit, man. Just stop. Just stop. But that's your chance. If you want to, and this is why I love Sharon Moore. This is what I love about him. If you want to be tough, when you want to be tough, yeah, you prove it during the regular season. But you put in the hard work, the pain, and the sacrifice in the off season. So during the regular season, it's already known you're tough. And you out tough people because you done put in the work. You done put in the blood, sweat, and tears. You ain't having these walkthroughs. You are hitting. That's how you're physical. You don't become physical in a nasty team and defense off taking a lot of days off. No. That iron has to sharpen iron. It has to. It has to. So that's the difference. I go in some spaces and Ohio State fans, they'll be like, and that's why you're soft. Bro, no one calls Michigan soft. No one calls Michigan soft. Now, they might say something about Connor Stallions or something, but saying Michigan is a soft team and stuff like that, just stop. You just trying to say stuff Michigan say at this point. Like, just come on. Just stop. Just stop. Now, you're embarrassing yourself now. Just stop. That's one thing you ain't never gonna say about Michigan. At least not under Jim Harbaugh the last three years and Sharon Moore. Ain't gonna say that. You is not gonna say nothing about being soft. What is going on? Somebody done broke down on this expressway. Come on, let me over. I can go this way. Come on, bro. Bro, people be driving so reckless, bro. Like, some things you need to do with caution. Florida down here with these reckless because Florida, you got people from all over the country that move here. California, Michigan, Ohio, New York, Puerto Rico, Cuba. Man, these people down here, they drive crazy because you got people from everywhere. You got people from New York who never even had a car down here driving. They don't know what's doing. They just happy they behind the wheel and they can you know what I'm saying? Like, bro. But yeah, calling Michigan soft, it's just not a thing. But to be tough, you have to prove it. I'm gonna have to end this one, y'all. I might jump back on. Well, I guess she hung up.